IVM.
Hello, welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. Kumar is here. What's up?
Hey guys.
So happy to see you, man.
I was there last week.
No, you were not.
I was there the week before. I was there for the 100th episode.
Yes, we are at 102 right now, Kana.
Yeah.
So
I just missed one.
where were you already? First one of after 100.
Work things. Work things.
Yeah. So Baru, to compensate for his long presence at the podcast, decided not to turn up today. Because Baru doesn't believe in the magic of FA Cup. Do you believe in the magic of FA Cup?
No, I think it's a very small. Does it even count as a trophy anymore?
You mean from this year?
No, from last year also.
Last year you guys didn't win FA Cup.
No,
Chelsea won, correct. So till the year before last, it was a big trophy.
Yeah, but now, no. See, now you have you're the best manager in the league coming out and saying that, trophies don't matter.
Who is that?
Pochettino said that yesterday. Did you not hear his post-match interview?
For Tottenham, trophies don't matter.
No, so now he's come out and said that, trophies don't matter. They just inflate your ego. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Mourinho...
And you should in top 4 is the priority.
Mourinho had a response to this.
Yeah.
They asked him in his one and only BN Sports interview. They asked him, Pochettino says that trophies are not that important. And Mourinho says...
It's because he's never won one.
No, Mourinho says, I don't know. I mean, for me, they are most important. But... Let's see if Mauricio starts winning trophies. He will change his communication probably then and see what happens. But nice way to move away from Arsenal's gloom to Tottenham's gloom.
No, that is what saved my weekend also. The result yesterday. No, but it's surprising. After they got knocked out by Chelsea from the Carabao Cup semi-final also.
Yeah.
There was an article yesterday by I think one of the British journalists saying that Spurs is what people should aspire to be.
Sure. Spurs is what people should aspire to be, but not what Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea or Arsenal should aspire to be.
They get a lot of love from the British media. I don't know why.
Dude, because that team, have you seen, I was just going through their wage bill today.
Yeah.
Their wage bill is less than half of Man City, less than half of Manchester United, right? So, and they had this massive injury crisis going on right now. So what do you say to that then? So yeah, Spurs is what other teams like Everton can aspire to be Spurs.
No, but if you want to challenge for the title, so when Wenger was doing it, Wenger did the same thing that Pochettino is doing right now 10 years ago when we had our new stadium.
Yeah, but either people started turning on Wenger in 2015.
No, he was always said, there was Arsenal 4 years without a trophy, 5 years without a trophy. There was a countdown going on.
Do you see the countdown for Spurs?
No,
I
not
see.
There.
I see.
No,
every time Pochettino loses a final.
I'm not talking about Twitter trolls. I'm talking about the actual media talking about it.
The
media doesn't talk about it. There is a huge love in for Spurs.
You can't really. You must see where Spurs were. On the 100th episode,
I agree. Then what is the point of putting them up on a pedestal?
Because they are a team which Pochettino has built with almost no budget and wages, not giving anyone any money to play.
But they're not winning anything, so what's the point of that team?
So even Bournemouth doesn't win anything.
Yeah.
So who does Bournemouth aspire to be? They have to be in a team which gets, the money difference from winning. Let's forget this inflating ego and all that bullshit because you have to win trophies.
Yeah.
But for winning the FA Cup, I think the prize money is 6 million.
Yeah.
For reaching the last 16 of a Champions League, you will earn about 7. The prize money pot, I think, or something is 70 million. That's the huge difference. Now Spurs need that money, right? And Pochettino had this. After the Carabao Cup semi-final, he had no players. Literally no players because half of them were injured.
No, but that is his fault because for 2 years everyone knows that Spurs needs a backup for Harry Kane.
If he has no money, who will he get?
Why do they have no money? They've sold their players for huge amounts.
Because they have put all that money in stadium, which they thought will cost.
My point is when Arsenal was doing the same thing. Are you
saying that Arsenal as a club was as big as Spurs? No, they are not.
But the money was the same. They had no money at that point of time.
Okay, so when did the stadium payment get over? 2010, 2011?
No, it's still ongoing. They're still paying back the debts.
But a lot of it... I'll tell you the problem with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Ivan Gazidis 3 years ago said, we have 200 million to spend.
Yeah.
They didn't spend, right?
I'm not talking about 2016. I'm talking about the period from 2004 to 2014. Those 10 years... Wenger was slated every year for not winning a trophy.
But he was slated by who? Media loves Wenger. He was slated only
the
by...
media doesn't love Wenger.
Dude,
what are you talking about?
Media... compared to the manager I love, media loves every other manager, right?
No.
Yes.
Media started turning against Mourinho the last 3-4 years.
No.
Yes.
I'll tell you when they started turning on Mourinho. They started turning on Mourinho when he lost 5-3 to Spurs on January 1st, the year they won the league. Right after that, and then they started just like defending the lead they had. But anyway, that's a different point altogether. But Wenger gets so much media love. It's unbelievable. What are you saying? You can't even compare what Arsenal was to what Spurs were.
No, but then why is what Spurs doing so great? I don't see it.
Don't you think Spurs are a really good team?
No. You take out Harry Kane from it. What have they achieved?
What do you mean? They have Eriksen, they have Son. Then they have Dele Alli, who's again coming back to form. They have Alderweireld, Vertonghen. They have built a good team.
So why were these players not playing yesterday?
Because half of them are injured.
Only Harry Kane and Dele Alli are injured. Nobody else is injured.
Where was Son?
Son was on the bench.
Yeah, and Christian Eriksen needs a rest. No, he can't play every game.
So you need to have backup for your players. That is.
But
basic.
You don't have money as a club. What are you going on about? It's the same Arsenal argument that we had no money, right? So
but nobody listened to that Arsenal argument. My point is that why is Spurs being given that leeway? You don't have a backup. You don't have that depth in your squad. That's the team's fault, right? You don't say no. I didn't have any players. My 2 players got injured. Arsenal has their entire backline injured.
Yes,
right now,
and that is why I don't abuse.
We're not talking about you. Who cares about your opinion?
But no one
anyways?
says anything. Dude, please. Hello, hold on there. Do you know the number of listens we've got in the month of December and Jan? Clearly, there are people who listen to us.
I strongly believe that, Spurs get too much leeway from the media. They've achieved nothing in the past 20 years.
I feel that way.
They will achieve nothing for the next 20 years as well.
I feel that way about Liverpool, not about Spurs.
Liverpool still has won Champions League.
In 2005, right?
Yeah.
Sure. But I feel that Liverpool get undue praise, not Spurs. Spurs, I mean, first of all, I like Poch. He's like a good manager.
Yeah, that's why you're biased.
God, just because I like him, I like Klopp as well. But I'm telling you, how is it being biased? I'm just telling what I feel about why Spurs. Spurs, I think Pochettino probably, that comment should be like scrutinized and commented on. But then there are realities of Spurs. They're moving to a stadium. They have no money. They do nothing. So.
They have money, they just don't spend it.
They don't, dude. That is the whole point. They absolutely have. No,
they don't have money because their owners are not investing it. So how are they better than someone? So United spend what they earn. So how is that a problem?
Did I say it's a problem? I never said it's a problem.
You're praising Spurs for not spending money.
No, I am praising.
No, you're saying you can't compare them to a City or a Chelsea or United. Why?
Because they don't have that spending power. You genuinely can't compare them to.
Why can't you?
Can you compare? I don't know, Werder Bremen and Bayern Munich. No, you can't, right? How can you compare? You genuinely
they
can't.
Play in the same league. They have the same rules, right? Dude, City's not.
Can you compare Athletic Bilbao to Barcelona? You can't. That is the actual difference between Spurs and United City.
It's not.
It is. It is quite a lot. I will send you a report. UEFA just came out with a report. You look at the wage bill of Spurs and others.
Yeah.
Can we move ahead of this? Forget Pochettino. Let's talk about Emery.
What do you want to talk about?
Actually, I like Emery. I feel sad for the situation he's been put in at Arsenal, which is very, very unfair on Emery more than...
It's not, but nobody is expecting miracles out of him. At least, the Arsenal fans that I know or the club is not expecting any miracles out of him in the first season. We all know that, we were in a very bad state over the last 3 years. The squad needs at least 3 years, and I've reiterated this point on the podcast over and over again. This is not a problem which can be solved overnight. It needs at least 3 years of rebuilding.
Yeah, but then for rebuilding, you need to have a team to rebuild, no? How is it that the people who kicked out Arsene Wenger, 3 people, in which 2 have left already, what does it talk about the stability of the club, even on the top?
No, it's just, as long as, Stan is making his money, he doesn't care.
Oh, do you know something? Stan is building a new stadium in the US.
Yes, I know.
How pissed off are you because of...
Not at all. We don't expect anything from Stan. We've known him for long enough now. There is zero expectation from Stan. Right now, even if he puts in like $1 of his own money into the club,
which he won't.
People would be surprised.
He won't.
He won't. And then nobody expects it, right? We don't go crying around that, our owner doesn't invest in our club, so we are a small club. So even
What
if
do
we
you
achieve
mean?
top 4, it's an achievement for us. No, we are not like Spurs, right?
Dude, Spurs don't say anything. What is the
You
Spurs?
just said that they don't have any money.
I am telling you, they don't have money. I have not seen. First of all, I don't see many Spurs fans, but any Spurs fan you see, they're always happy.
No, they're not.
Who are these Spurs fans you're talking about?
I'm talking about the Spurs fans who, like, their only achievement in life is finishing above Arsenal.
Yes, so that is the
which they have done like 2
So why are
times
you
in
comparing
their
like teams like Arsenal to Spurs?
I'm not. I'm saying that why do they get so much leave in the media?
Because
it's a small club. They should be treated like a small club.
They are treated like
They're not treated like a small club.
What are you going about? And there were genuine criticisms of Spurs when they bottled
criticism.
When they bottled the league, when Leicester won it. That was the most peak criticism Spurs got. And Manchester United, let's talk about it. The team which has a wage bill of at least 100% higher than Spurs' wage bill. Are they like...
No, as long as you can afford it, why not?
Dude, when I am the max capitalist.
But you're not. Your love for Spurs is hiding that. No, you can't have it both ways.
My love for Spurs is hiding what?
I
treat it as a small club. I have never said they're a big club. I just said they're moving to a new stadium. Poch is a good manager. They have a strong squad with whatever limited resource.
Good players, that is it.
No.
Yes.
Vertonghen is not a good.
No, he's not anymore. Harry Kane and Eriksen, only 2 good players they have.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Son is not a good player. Eriksen is not a good player.
No, I said Harry Kane and Eriksen.
Ali is not a good player.
Ali is not a good player.
Come on.
Ali is massively overrated just because he's English.
No.
Yes.
Oh man, what's with this Spurs hate?
No, this is just facts. It's not
facts.
Hate. Yeah.
How can opinion be facts? Harry Kane, Dele Alli is overrated is an opinion, right? It can't be a fact.
No, it is a fact. There's only one player who's more overrated than Harry Kane, and that is Jesse Lingard.
Oh God.
Jesse Lingard is still a youth player, even though he's 26 years old.
He is.
He's the future of the club. He scored, I think, a total of 10 goals for United in his career of 7 years.
No.
But
last year only he scored 10. What are you going on about?
In the league, he's only scored 10 goals. And I think 6 or 7 assists playing as a number 10.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And he's a rock star because he dances, that's it.
Have you seen him dance?
You should send him to Dance India Dance, no?
He's better than that. Not Dance India Dance. Who's the judge of Dance India Dance, by the way?
I think Karan Johar.
Is Madhuri Dixit a judge in Dance India Dance?
Probably. And Farah Khan.
I read somewhere that Madhuri Dixit is almost paid 1 crore an episode as a judge in Dance India Dance. What are we doing with our lives?
I had the same question.
Like, the 4 of us. I'm talking to the sound guy and the producer and the both of us. She's earning 1 crore an episode. Dude, even Jesse Lingard's salary is not that much, by the way.
I'm sure it isn't. He doesn't deserve whatever he gets also.
Fine. So talking about that Arsenal game, did you see how Lukaku gave the assist to Lingard?
No, but...
and then Lukaku was like, all Shah Rukh Khan type.
That wasn't an assist. He was just trying to trap the ball.
No. Come on. One genuine game he played, you have to give him credit.
I know. Lukaku was actually the difference. And, more than that, the big difference was that he was played out right. He wasn't playing in the middle.
Yeah. Which he has done quite a few times.
Yeah, but he's not done it as well as he did that day.
The victory against Liverpool last year, he played outright when Rashford scored 2 goals. Dude, people forget a lot of things. For Belgium, he played at right enough times. So
for Belgium, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so he's done it. But did you see after the pass to Lingard or the assist to Lingard, our man, like all Shah Rukh Khan-esque, just holds his hands up and Lingard runs around him to dance like Michael Jackson.
I know.
How good was that? Do you like Lingard dancing?
No.
Why don't you like Lingard dancing? See?
No, I think it's annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
If Iwobi does the same dance, you would love it.
No, I would probably kick him out of the...
I wanted to talk about a racist comment about somebody, but we would not do it because there is still a hope that I would give a note and she would get on the podcast. Alright, on this note, we take a break right now. We couldn't even talk about Wimbledon thrashing West Ham. Millwall beating Everton in a controversial game. But yeah, truly the FA Cup magic is on. So we take a break right now. After the break, since the matches start tomorrow, which is the 29th of January.
So it's technically 30th of January.
Yeah, so 30th
in the night,
correct. Yeah. So we are going to combine our preview for this week, midweek fixtures, as well as talk about fantasy football. Stay tuned to Football Twaddle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome week on the IVM Podcast Network. If you're not following us on social media, please make sure that you do. We're IVM Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So we did this last week and we had a pretty good response and we'd like to keep it going. So if you are listening to an IVM podcast, take a screenshot of that, put it on your Instagram story and tag us with it. And what we'll do is we'll repost it on our story so that people get a look at what you're listening to. And people who come onto our stories will get an idea of what kind of things people are listening to. Leave us a comment too, just don't tag us. Last week, we launched 2 new shows. We launched our first Marathi podcast. It's called Golgappa, hosted by a regular on our network, Trupti Kamkar. Actress Shivani Tangsale is the first guest of the show, and she talks about baking, her Everest climbing experience, and her love for theater. And we also launched the Filter Coffee podcast, hosted by Karthik Nagarajan. On the first episode, Karthik talks to film editor Nishant Radhakrishnan about focus group screenings, OTT platforms, and the future of the Indian film industry. On The Seen and the Unseen, in part 1 of a 2-part conversation, Amit Verma talks to historian and author Ramchandra Gruha about Mahatma Gandhi's early years and his life in South Africa. On the Hindi podcast Cinemaya, writer-director Tanuja Chandra joins Swati Bakshi to discuss how she started her career with TV and the joys of making thrillers. On Paisa Vaisa, we have a 1-hour exclusive episode with Morgan Housel. He's a partner at the Collaborative Fund and a former columnist on Wall Street. He does a deep dive into the psychology of money. That's a really great episode. And with that, let's continue on with your shows.
Hello, welcome back to Football Twaddle. Kana is here.
Hey guys.
Anti-Spurs Kana.
Just facts, Kana.
Facts Kana.
Yeah, and like Spurs won't even finish in the top 4 this season. There's a very high chance that they'll be out of the top 4. And City and United will be in there. Chelsea and United.
Chelsea will be there.
And United will be definitely there.
So Spurs will go out.
Yeah.
Oh, see, they need the money even more then. All right, let's talk about this weekend's game. Let's start off with the first one only then. This is for the first time ever. It is like a podcast dedicated to Spurs. Man, those fans must just like love us.
Yeah, I mean.
So we'll talk about Spurs versus Watford. What a game too. Like after being knocked out of 2 cups and having no confidence. The only good thing which they had the entire week was South Korea lost. Imagine like you being a big Premier League club and the only good thing going on your behalf is that South Korea has lost to Qatar. So is Son coming back for Spurs? Is it going to help them beat Watford?
They can't have Lamela just dancing around the ball any longer. They've had enough of it. And Llorente is I think Spurs has a history of having third-rate Spanish strikers as backup.
Why? Before Llorente, who was it?
They had another guy, right?
I thought you'll give one more example.
No, they had. That's why I can't recall his name right now because it's that bad.
Oh God! Yeah, while you recall it, there's another game on Wednesday night or Thursday morning for us, Kana, which is
Soldado. They had.
Oh.
And they replaced Soldado with Llorente.
But he was actually good, dude.
Not for Spurs.
Not for Spurs, yeah.
Llorente was good for Swansea.
Even before Swansea, he was alright for he was at Juventus, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what can you say? Some people are just like good somewhere else. Like Diego Forlan was nothing in Manchester United. Then he went to Villarreal and see what a striker he became.
Or Falcao was good everywhere except for
Chelsea and United. But you can't blame Falcao for that. Because he was recovering from this massive ACL for knee and he was out for 9 months. And people expected him to because he went back to Monaco and he played so well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so Spurs. You think Spurs are going to beat Watford now with the pressure being applied by United?
They will.
They will?
Yeah.
You don't seem to be giving a lot of credit for Watford.
Someone will dive and get a penalty for Spurs.
Ooh, Harry Kane is injured.
No, everyone's a diver. Lavella is still there.
But I thought he just dances around the wall.
And then he dives. He falls to the floor.
No one cares for him diving.
And then Lucas Moura is still there, another diver.
Is this how typically Arsenal fans bitch about Spurs?
It's not bitching. We don't pay much attention to them.
Really?
It's a small club.
Really?
Yeah.
You dedicated...
I mean, just because they have British players who dive around, so the media can't see them.
What? They have Argentine players as well who dive around. Lamela. Alright, let's talk about a team which won a Premier League and let's talk about the opponents they're facing which haven't won a Premier League. Liverpool versus Leicester City.
I think Liverpool has had,
they're quietly moving along, huh?
No, but it's not like, they're not dominating teams anymore like they were earlier. But the thing is that, they're still getting the results.
Yeah.
Even their last game.
Exactly, I'm saying they're quietly moving along now.
Yeah.
With every week, it increasingly looks like Liverpool may just
I still don't think so.
At what point will you be convinced that, that yes, this is it. This is Liverpool's year?
Once they actually... Like
after they win also, you'll say, nahi,
after the
City to cheen lega ye bhi.
If it's the last game week and they're still 4 points ahead.
They already won it, dude. What are you to be convinced?
Because even if it's the last game week and there's 3 points difference, City will still have a chance.
Really?
Yes.
Have a chance. So that's you're talking probabilities.
No, I'm saying City. I would still back City.
Which team? I mean, this is so stupid. I know the answer to it. The bias against which team annoys you more, Spurs or Liverpool?
No, Spurs, because Liverpool are they're actually fighting for the title for the last 2 seasons now. Yeah? It's fun.
Yeah, Spurs fought for it 2 seasons before.
Once in a lifetime, that's it.
Okay, whatever. All right. What do you think make of Southampton versus Crystal Palace? Because Southampton are in an upturn of form.
Yeah, and even like Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace played really well against Liverpool also in the last week.
And they beat
they beat Spurs now.
Yeah.
And they're really unlucky to not even get a single point against Liverpool.
So
I would say I would still back Palace because Townsend's coming back in form and it's very difficult to score against Bissaka.
But there are 3 other defenders, no?
Scott Dan had a really great game yesterday.
We are closing down the defensive flank. There are only 2 defenders left now.
Sako?
This is so stupid. Anyway, let's talk about 3 teams together. Arsenal play Cardiff, Manchester United play Burnley, and Manchester City are playing Newcastle. Which scoreline is going to be the biggest among these 3? I think Newcastle, Man City.
I think United, Burnley.
You think City will not score more goals against Newcastle than United against Burnley?
Yes.
Wow. So, what's your fantasy football prediction for this game?
Rashford and Pogba for sure.
I have Martial. Should I keep him?
I think Rashford is a better bet. He's scoring consecutive.
But doesn't the law of averages catch up at some point?
It's not caught up with Salah yet.
It has.
It hasn't.
There was a period in between he was not scoring. If you remember
he's still on course to for the highest points in a season
but if
ever.
you remember some of the older episodes of October and November, we said is it time to move Salah on.
Yeah, that's because we knew nothing.
Now we know a lot.
Yeah.
What has changed in our information base?
He started scoring 2 goals every game now.
Will Aguero score?
If he starts, yes.
There's a reason for picking more and more Man City players in fantasy Premier League. Kana, explain why.
So, Man City have a double game week in the next week, game week 25. But there they play Arsenal, so they're sure to score at least 3 goals there.
Yeah.
And then they play Everton. Not the solidest defense again.
Everton, I don't know. Yeah, so...
No, but again, like, the problem is that since they play 3 times from the 30th to 6th, you don't know what Pep is going to do.
And they have Champions League coming up after that against Schalke.
Against Schalke, which is like more or less an easy fixer for them. They won't be worrying too much about Schalke.
Yeah, so you would pick like Aguero at least, right?
No.
I would.
He would start Jesus in 2 of those 3 games.
Jesus. When will he play Satan?
Satan's on the bench. In the manager's seat.
Oh, he's Satan.
No, he came out with a statement last week.
I'm Satan.
No, saying that, Barcelona and Madrid are spoiling the transfer prices and we can't compete with them.
Oh my God.
This is Pep Guardiola saying it. Sitting in
You guys talk about my man Mourinho. If he made that statement, you guys would have mocked him left, right and center.
I am mocking Pep Guardiola also.
No, not with the same intensity. Do it! Like how you taunted me in the first part of the episode.
So, Pep Guardiola, during his stints at Bayern, Barcelona and now City, has bought, I think, 54 players for not 54 players.
He's crossed 1 billion.
He's crossed 1 billion in transfer spends. And this is a man who comes out and says that,
you can't. Actually, that's not exactly what he said, but
that is
what he
more
said.
Or less is
what he said was, it's not just the money. They're like players who want to go to clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid as well. So it gets tough to compete.
Obviously, why would someone want to come to City over Madrid?
To play for Pep.
I think half of the City players, if you offered them a Madrid contract, they would leave.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Sterling would. Sane would.
I don't think Sterling would.
Sterling would, Sane would definitely. If either of Barcelona or Madrid came,
Probably
Sterling, Sane would.
Probably Sane would.
Sterling also would.
God, what is this? Why would you think Sterling? Sterling is like enjoying life here.
Yeah, but it is Barcelona and Madrid.
What is the whole?
He will get to win a Champions League
with Barcelona
or Madrid.
Those days are over, I think.
That's what we thought last season also.
Dude, actually I thought of it the season before and the season before. Alright, but the game I'm actually the most excited about this weekend, the two games is Fulham versus Brighton. Oh God, I hope to God Fulham just like win.
I think they start well and then they still end up not getting any points from their games.
Fulham were already out of FA Cup, right? So
Yeah.
they've had a whole week to prepare or 8 days. I actually hope that they do well and win against Brighton. I can't see the team. I love.
No, I think now Babel has been a good introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
How old is Ryan Babel?
We had this discussion when we were watching the Nations Cup and he was still starting for Holland. And I was very surprised that he's still playing and now he's coming to my second team.
Cool.
With red hair.
Yeah, he is the Satan. Isn't he? No? He's actually...
Wasn't Babel
Liverpool player.
Biblical figure?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't follow Christian biblical figures that much. And Huddersfield are playing Everton. Marco Silva and is under massive pressure right now. And Huddersfield have no manager.
You know how Marco Silva has aged so much over the past since the time he's joined Everton.
He looks so Buddha. He's slowly looking. You see that morphed face of Emery looking like Wenger.
Yeah.
Silva is like looking like Mourinho now. That he's aged so much. Poor guy, man. That Millwall defeat was not exactly all his fault.
Yeah.
There were so many controversial decisions in that game. There was a handball goal, but VAR was not allowed. Oh, this is one thing I want to talk to you about. VAR was not allowed in Millwall versus Everton. How is it that you write in the competition's rule book that some games will have VAR and some won't? How is this even being fair to anyone?
Are you meeting the English FA for the first time?
No, but come on, this is blatantly unfair.
I know it is.
How can they do such things? How can they? Like how?
They're just a bunch of incompetent fools, that's it.
And did you see how Millwall...
No, and also, they are planning to have different rules and different interpretation of VAR compared to what the UEFA is doing. So, from next season onwards, whenever they introduce VAR, it's going to be a huge mess.
Oh God, should we go there and see what mess it is going to be? It's going to be so much fun.
Let's just become VR consultants.
अबे हमें कुछ पता नहीं है.
उन्हें भी कुछ पता नहीं है.
अच्छा, slide बना दो 3-4 अच्छे वाले.
They don't know that we don't know.
Now that they know, we know. They know, we know. Arsenal, Cardiff City. Come on, Kana.
Arsenal
will win.
Yeah.
Do they have defenders to win?
I think.
Who are the defenders not injured?
Mavropanos is back and
Socrates is back.
Socrates, no. Don't be racist. Arsenal has faced enough racism for a week.
What do you mean? Socrates
we have another
back.
young Greek defender, Dinos Mavropanos, who's just returned from injury.
All right, so let's go with this. What is Socrates' full name, Kana?
Socrates Papa something. So we just call him Papas.
Gotcha.
Out of love.
I thought.
And Mustafi is there, your favorite defender. He's fit. Nacho is fit now.
Why didn't they play Nacho? Let's not talk about that game.
Nacho's fit and Kolasinac is fit.
Will Ozil start?
I hope he does. If he can't start against Cardiff, we don't have enough time left in the week to sell him now.
No, but who will buy him also?
I know Fenerbahce probably.
That why? Because he's Turkish origin.
No, because he's been linked with them for the last 2 seasons.
For that high wages?
Yeah.
Man, Fenerbahce, because Turkey's economy has gone down, so even Turkish spending also has gone down so considerably in the football leagues. They're not buying any more expensive players. Whereas there's no transfer happening.
What has happened to the transfer window?
Is this all? It's come down to football. Just watch the game.
Yeah, how boring it is. And there's only one club which is spending money.
Which one?
Chelsea.
In January?
Yeah.
Who?
You got a striker.
But net to zero you ho na.
Because you always find buyers for your shit players.
I don't know what's to regret in that. Football business is about buying and selling.
No, football is about playing on the pitch and scoring goals.
Who has more Premier League since 2004 than Arsenal, at least?
Why 2004 then? Who has more Premier Leagues in the last 1 hour?
Last
We
1
can make
hour.
up any stats then.
Okay, since the beginning of the Premier League era, how many, let's say 1991, and don't get to that discussion because we've gone through that. Since the beginning of Premier League era, how many leagues has Arsenal won?
Why is it Arsenal? I'm not saying it's Arsenal against
Then
Chelsea.
what are you going on about?
I'm just saying that.
I'm just making a random statement. Football is about playing on the pitch. Like, we don't know that.
It has happened again.
What?
There's this whole thing about Neymar missing matches around March
Why?
because it's his sister's birthday. For the last 5 seasons, he's always been either injured or suspended on the 11th of March.
So he's not going to on the 11th of March. So he'll beat United and go.
No, he's injured now. No, he's, I think, out for a couple of months.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, please.
Yeah, United have a chance of going through now.
Dude, Neymar is so good. How can they do that? Did you see that thing where he got tackled 3 times and then he does a rainbow flag?
Yeah.
But is Neymar
There's
injured?
another fun fact I learned this week.
So, Thomas Tuchel, super difficult for PSG forward to be fit to face United.
Yeah. When now Barca has announced
This is
Frankie
so
de Jong.
sad.
So
Yeah.
there's a tweet from a journalist who's been following Barca for 20 years now and who's like pretty much in the know about their stuff. He said that Frankie de Jong was also considering an offer from PSG. And then the Barca transfer, the negotiation people actually showed him messages from Neymar asking him to come back to Barcelona.
Really?
Yeah. This would be pretty badass if it's true, right?
But
This is
there
how
have been persistent rumors that he's not very happy at Paris.
Yeah, no, but like
And
to
you would love
convince
to go
Frankie
back
de
to
Jong
Spain.
to sign for Barca.
You do what it takes, man. Hey, what do you make of that transfer, Frankie de Jong? How much did he go for? 90 million.
Yeah, at 75, right? 90.
Increasing up
But
to
I think, see, with a young player, it's always, and the way the transfer window is, the market is inflating now. Even if it doesn't work for 3 years, they can always sell him off at no profit, no loss, even if they don't make a profit of it. So there's no bad deal about it. And he's a good player. He's still developing. He gets the right atmosphere at Barcelona. He gets to play against, with Messi.
How old is he? 21.
21, yeah.
That's too young, no?
No, it's not.
Yeah, not for football anymore.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling moved to City, I think, at 20 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad at all. So, dude, this is so sad. I didn't know Neymar was injured and not able to
because the
face
only time you see PSG is on
PS4.
FIFA 19, yeah.
That was so good. He's so good even in that. Anyway, Kanav, that's all we have the time for.
Yeah.
Thank you for your expert inputs. And
Facts.
thank you for your
Facts about Spurs.
Facts about everything. Why Spurs? You speak of facts only about Spurs or what?
No, I speak facts everywhere.
Correct. All right. Please, guys, we love interaction. And last week there has been some. Please keep it increasing.
I'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, our Twitter handle is @FootyTwaddle. Facebook and Instagram is Football Twaddle. This is Saru signing off. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Family businesses get a bad rap. At one time, they were looked down on for getting rich, for being too ambitious. Today, they're still looked down on, but for not being ambitious enough. Not agile enough, not modern enough, too traditional in their mindset. The biggest brands and business houses in the country started out as humble family businesses. It's the way India has done business. Join Sonu Bhasin in conversation with stalwarts of Indian family businesses on the Inheritors podcast series by Bloomberg Quint. Discuss the highs and lows, the needs and pressure points of building a business legacy that spans generation.
Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta. I'm B50 on Twitter. I am the host of Paisa Vaisa, the show that talks money. On my show, I speak to experts from every field of money and finance, from stock markets, equities, debt funds, credit cards, life insurance, every possible area of money and finance that you can think of. We even did an episode on cryptocurrency. I've got fantastic guests from mutual funds to personal finance experts everywhere. Robo-advisory, startups, just name it, we've got it. At Paisa Vaisa, we help you make smart decisions about money. You work hard for money. Now make your money work hard for you. New episodes out every Monday, and you can listen to my show on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you have.